Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my August TBR. I can't believe how fast July went by, but here we are to film my August TBR. Yay! August, I'm planning to finish the piles on my floor, but I'm laughing saying this out loud because my plan was definitely to finish them in July and I didn't do that. The piles on my floor is books that I picked out of my shelves 1.5 years ago now that I was going to read before I unhaul them. I've made a lot of progress in the month of July, but I'm still not done. The goal is to definitely this time finish them in August so I then can make my next project, oh not project, but start on reading all of my TBR, which will be, I will first pick out the books I don't want to keep again, but I'm thinking that that would be like the next part instead of just adding to the piles, and read those and then get rid of them so that I can actually film this ginormous unhaul. And then I will like start doing different games to pick up my TBR. Not games, have different ideas for different types of vlogs of how we will pick the books. So that will be fun things hopefully coming down in September. But I thought that since we have so few books left in the piles, I will quickly go through that what is actually there so you can see a little overview. Then we will do the other things I need to read in the month as well. And then hopefully in my August wrap up and in the vlogs coming in August and then in my September TBR, I am so happy I'm done, and then we can move into other things because I seriously am annoyed at these piles now. We have Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blankman. Bought this many years ago. Really glad that I will finally get rid of it, hopefully. And then also probably read the sequel, which I will borrow, which is why it takes so long because not all the books in the piles as well. We have Ash Princess, which is a YA fantasy I don't think I will particularly enjoy, but I do believe it is a whole trilogy, so then again there will be 2 more books I will be reading, including this. We have Heartless, which is Marissa Meyer's. This is a standalone of Alice in Wonderland, so luckily for me it's only 1 book. The Power by Naomi Alderman. I do believe this is only 1 book as well. It is about women getting powers, and then I don't think I will particularly like it because of how gendered it is. So we just see how I feel when I read it. We have New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. I do believe this is part of a series. If I cannot borrow them or read them like for free in a way, I might consider dropping the whole thing and just unhaul it without reading, because I don't think I will enjoy it anyway, which is crazy to say out loud, but we shall see. A Storm of Ice and Stars by Lisa Ludek. This one is the one I most like to think that I might keep, but I'm not sure, but I might. Because the first one wasn't terrible, but I just don't feel like I need to own it. Afterwards by Scott Westerfeld, which I bought because I love the Ugly series, but the other books by the author has not been it. So there's a big chance for this to disappear. Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. This Erica bought and I took it over from her, and I don't know why, because I don't want it. So we're gonna read it. I do believe it's like very adult fiction-y. So we shall see. Then we have the Carved Martyrology by Veronica Roth. I have both the first and the second book. I don't even love Divergence. I don't even know why I bought this, but it was like the hype of a new popular dystopian author got out a new book. I jumped and got them, and I most likely think that I will not have them after. I'm a bit sad about this because it is a special edition, but it is City of Spells by Alexandra Christo. I did not like Into the Cockpit Place at all, so I'm hopeful to read this and I can get rid of them, even though they are exclusive Herald editions, so we should see what happens with those. More Than This by Patrick Ness. I bought everything Patrick Ness at the time. I do believe this was a gift, sorry, for birthday ones, but I just feel like I'm not interested in this the same way I used to be, so we just see if it survives. The Silence, which I bought a billion years ago when I just looked randomly at books in a bookstore. It was like a world where you cannot make a sound, so it's basically a quiet place, and I just don't know if I will like it enough to keep it, but maybe it's better than I think. I also picked this out, Emperor of the Eight Islands by Leon Hearn, many years ago in a bookstore. I thought it looked cool, but at this point I don't think I would care, but what if it's an epic and cool book? Who knows? We had The Shadow Queen by C.G. Redwine. I was really on the retellings at the point, but this is obviously a, what's it called? Snow White retelling. And I do believe it's part of a series as well, so I need to see if I can borrow those. We have Toan or The Thread by Victoria Hislop. I got it as a Christmas gift, but it's not a book that I would ever, I think, bought on my own. It's many years since I got it as well. I have read another book by the author which I semi-enjoyed, but it's just very much like a kind of genre that I don't think I love. Then we have Am I Normal Yet by Holly Bourne. This is just like a contemporary I thought I would love when the time I bought a lot of contemporary. And at this point, I don't think I would care. Then we have Grim Lovelies by Megan Shepherd. This I got in an oak crate many years ago. I think an oak crate, yes. And I do believe it has sequels as well, so I need to read those. But I don't think I will love it. The last two books here, I actually think that I'm a part of me is a bit shocked they are here. So it is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, and its sequel, The Devil's Thief. I know there's more in the series, so I will read these, and if I like it more than I think I will, I might buy them and keep them, but if not, they need to go. I thought at the point I would love them. I saw a booktuber I watched enjoy them, and then I bought them at once, and at this point I'm like, do I care? I have no idea. But I might like it a lot, so who knows? It is even blurred by Anna Blankman, author of Prisoner of Night and Fog, the first book we had there. So I thought that was a bit funny. So those are all the books that are left on the piles. I have more books I have now since want to get rid of as well. Part of me want to just add them in the piles, but that part of me, I'm going to make a vlog out of like picking the books and read them, I think. And then for other things that I might be actually excited for to read, I'm mentioning last month's TBR, which is obviously The Stone of Farewell by Patty Williams, Memories Are Unthorn Book 2. This I'm reading for Aaron's Readalong, 3 Swords Along. And the live show is in 1 week when you're watching this, and I haven't started yet, so I definitely need to do that. Then for my own Patreon read-along, we are reading Beneath the Sugar Sky, Shannon McGuire. This is the third book we made with children, and we have now had a read-along for, this will be the third month, so that's why we're reading the third book, and I'm very excited. And for my own read-along, which has started, and like for June it was Vampire Academy, and July it was Frostbite, but I'm reading them both in August, because the live show is a bit later in August. I'm reading the first 2 Vampire Academy books for the first live show for the first 2 books. The link for the read-along is down below. It's still time to join. Very, very short books to read in general that I think will fly by, but I definitely need to start them now before the live show. But I will first read the Patty Williams, etc., and then read them a bit later in the month. Very excited. I also want to read A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. I will start this in the end probably of August, but it depends a bit how many chapters it is, because like I usually read a bit section every day, and I know that I was gonna say live show is the 14th of September, but I thought it was only like 40 something chapters. It's not as long as the other books, so I might actually be able to start it in September. I need to calculate, but the next one in the Catch Up Book Club is obviously A Time of Dread, so I just assumed I had to start it in the end of August, but I need to do some math for that. I also want to reread Mørkets Barn, or The Dark Child by Ruben Eliassen, which I just got a hold of another copy, and I want to reread this because I got like early script of the second book, and I want to read that as well as he sent me it, and then obviously that will be in a vlog, etc. So I want to reread this, and then we're happy. This he called like the fan book sequel to his main series. So yeah, I don't think I need to reread the main series. I read it like 20 times, so I will dive into this sometime in August as well when I want to have a cozy time. And then we just see when I get time to read the script as well. I'm excited. And then other than that, I think I'm just like reading obviously normal manga and stuff. There is quite a lot of books left in the piles, but not as much as it was. I've gone through a lot of them. I even started audiobooking them on the side. Oh, speaking about audiobooks, I probably have some checked out. I should have checked out as well. Before we do the Gun Machine, I'm going to read Where She Went by Gail Forman, because I read If She Stay today, so that is like parts of the piles, but I don't own Where She Went. I only own If I Stay. Then I'm going to read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I got the loan in yesterday. This is because a co-worker was reading it and I want to talk about the book together, so I'm going to listen to the audio because that had a shorter wait time than like the ebook. I'm also decided to read The Blood Orchid by Kylie Lee Baker. I had a favorite edition, but I forgot to get it out of my shelf, which is the sequel to Scarlet Alchemist, which I very much enjoyed. So I'm excited to see if I've enjoyed this second one as much. That was the loans I have right now of audio. What else? Next up with Eric is probably Burial Bones in the Midnight Soil. Not probably, it is when we get to it. We listened to quite a few audiobooks in July, so I do believe we will at least get to that and another one, depending on the length of the next one. The next one, oh, we already decided that as well. It is Dragon Republic, which is the second in the pop, always one of my faves. So I will listen to those. And I think that is all of the things that I know I will read as of this moment. New things pop up all the time, so I am excited. Now let's do the Gun Machine pick, which you can unlock on if you're my highest tier on Patreon. So let's see. Did we just like have a billion balls full? No, we only have one. Oh, it is Tina. You can kind of see it. So I will message them and ask for a rec, obviously. I'll ask them once, and then if they answer before I edit it on this video, I will pop the book here. If not, then you can see it in a vlog and my wrap up, etc. But other than that, I don't have more for this TBR. Wish me good luck with the last of my piles, and I am excited to finally be done with this part of the project so I can film my unhaul, which is literally like, no kidding, 200 books, and then I can get them out of my house, and then I can start on my shelves of getting my TBR down to 100. I'm excited. So you should see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and you should see me soon. Bye!